Hey there, what's up? It's Mike D from SuperGuitarLicks.com, and today we're going to be learning quick lick number 17. So this is a really fun 16th note run. Let me go ahead and play the lick for you, and I'll tell you all about it on how to play it. Here we go. Alright, so this one is actually a really good follow-up to the last quick lick, which is number 16. This one is set to the backing track called Spanish Groove, and the tempo is at 110, and we're in the key of B minor. So this is a run that is actually based off of the Phrygian scale. I don't want to get too deep into theory, but if you're in, especially if you're using that Spanish-sounding chord progressions, which this track does use, Phrygian modes and scales sound really good because they really have that sound that associates with the Spanish kind of sound. So we're going to do a run that's based off of that scale, and we're using a 3-note per string pattern to really kind of rip through this. So the last lick in 16 was this one here. And now we're going to follow that up with a nice long run after it. So let's break this down. Again, here's the lick. So if you can notice, we have a pattern going. And what we're going to do is start off on the 15th fret of the B string. And the pattern that you want to first get used to is playing 15, 17, 19. And we're going to do that on the last two strings. Alright, so we're going to go up to there, and again, you want to play even 16th notes, but you could start off at quarter notes, work your way to 8th notes, then get to 16th notes. So when you're learning this slow, which you must do with a metronome, this is a lot more technical because we are picking every single note. And as far as your right hand goes, we're going to use strict alternate picking. Okay, so if we start off on 15, we're going to go 15, 17, 19, and then 15, 17, 19 on the next string. Now we come backwards to 17, 15, then we go 19, 17, 15. But what you notice, it's going to be very easy to group these into triplets. That's probably what you're going to want to do. But what you got to get used to doing is playing 16th notes and put the accent on every 4th note. So in other words, 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and, okay? So that's the way our phrasing is going to go. Alright, so once we get down to there, we're going to now repeat the last 3 notes and then follow with 6 notes down. So we're going to go 19, 17, 15. Then the pattern shifts to 18, 16, 14. Okay, then we repeat the last 3 and do 6 more notes. So we go, let's see, 18, 16, 14. And then we play 17, 16, 14. Okay, so let's take it slow from the beginning. We're going to go. Alright, now as our pattern continues, we're going to repeat the last 3 notes. So we go 17, 16, 14, and then we play the same pattern again on the A string, 17, 16, 14. Okay, and now again from the beginning. Alright, so the pattern finishes off by going 17, 16, 14, and then we go 17, 15, 14, and then we just slide down to 7, which is our root. Okay? The Phrygian scale pattern looks like this. If we start at the 14th fret, we're going to go 14, 15, 17, and play the scale backwards. Okay? So what would be really good is just to practice that scale pattern as its own exercise. You really want to program your fingers to know the pattern so that when you get to these higher speeds, you're not really thinking, you're just playing. here it is again. And do the same pattern down the scale that we just played coming back up. So in other words, play 6 notes, repeat the last 3, and move down the scale that way. Oops, sorry, wrong pattern. All right, there you go. But again, make sure you phrase it as even 16th notes, not triplets. So the pattern. There's your whole lick and your whole run. But remember, take it slow. Before you try to getting this up to speed, which is even hard for me right now to play it super clean. All right, when you cross the strings, that's where it's hard to coordinate with that right hand and get everything super clean. So you want to take it slow and make sure you're connecting all your notes when you play those parts. All right, like that. Now, to also associate this whenever you want for another key and another jam, we're pretty far away from where our minor scale happens. Although, if you move down, it looks like that. If you are starting on, let's say we're up on the octave, okay, way up here, even though this is a little bit high to play, what you're going to want to do to find it is go down a whole step, another whole step, and then a half step. So you're going to go down, let's see, 2.5 steps, 2 full steps and a half steps, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring it back 5 frets from where your major key happens. Okay, so if I were to play it here, I would go down to the 2nd fret. And play it down there. So again, this is based on the Phrygian scale, which works good over this chord progression. Let's go ahead and play the progression and listen to it. But also you could hear how this works great over the last lick. So if I play lick number 16, or quick lick 16, they really go together to make one really good long phrase, but you could certainly break it apart. Here it is one more time against the track. All right, there it is. So, really fun. That's quick lick number 16, I think it was. Share it with all your friends. If you have questions, be sure to send them in. Email info@superguitarlicks.com. Go to superguitarlicks.com if you're not there already to check out more free guitar lessons like this. All the backing tracks are free to access, jam along to, and play with, and practice to. So there you go. We'll see you soon. Later.